That said, this offseason, we just sent out staff offers, stuff like that. That's the easy stuff. The biggest issue are these two holdout RFAs. Because if they get big qualifying offers from other teams, that really, really complicates things for me. So let's try to get a deal done. I'm going to go back to 3 3/4 for Ratu. And then Yarventi, I'm not as worried about. It's just what the hell might Ratu get on an offer sheet. So we'll send deals out to them. I haven't looked at free agency yet. So let's see who's out there, if anybody. Start off with RFAs. In goal, it's Luukkonen, who was ours. Defensively, Trevelyan is American. Lore, you're Swedish. Yeah. All right, nobody defensively. Yarventi is ours, obviously. Abramov doesn't count. Janjanik is not, no. Lopina, Beecher. All right, again, RFA market still hasn't been big for us. UFA-wise, nobody outstanding in goal. For prospects, I was thinking about this guy and forgot. I was going to look into trading for his rights, and I did not. I knew I was forgetting something at the draft. It does not mean that we couldn't still go for UC Saros. Because we easily could. And to be honest, we might. Jonas Korpisalo is out there too. On a damn cheap option. Only reason to not get Korpisalo is we are already pretty packed when it comes to goalies. And I mean, I haven't even signed Emil Vinny yet for the AHL, and he belongs in the AHL. And that's exactly what I'm thinking with Saros. Chat, you're smart. 1-year deal for Saros. Max out that offer. It's not a bad way to go. No great prospects. Do we have any high sixes? Antti Toimisto, who is 24. We could easily bring you in. Let's go 1-5 for 2 years. Wild, Poirier, Regula. And then medium sixes. We might have to move certain people out. But there's Kuokkanen, for example. I think we are going to have to move some people out. But we're bringing Kuokkanen. Could bring Yoki Haru back. Robin Salo. Kimino Zianen's in there. Topi Niemela. Alta. I mean, yeah, there's a lot. Alto's definitely going to be, yeah. Icon, what's going on, by the way? Let's bring in you. Niemela is just 23. So easily look to bring you in. Can bring in Kimmy as well. I mean, look at the fucking hair on this guy. I aspired to that. So then there's Salo and Yoki Haru, who are veterans at this point. We could come back to them if need be. Callie Klang, Swedish, yeah. Medium fringe, Eustace Animum is there. There are a lot of medium fringe goalies. Jesus Christ. Shout out to Chuckalanko. Brock Boss. Felt Skaric? Nope. There's Markkinen, who could get better. Markkinen and Anuin. Okay, it's really quickly to take note. Long day of beachside hockey. Sounds like a hell of a time. So Anuin, Markkinen, Saros. Defensively, we could still look to bring in Yoki Haru and Salo. Forward-wise, Ilanen is out there. Okay. Well, I mean, definitely going after Jesse Ilanen. under these circumstances. Can be a 1-year deal at like $2.5 million to bring in Ilanen. Are there any other prospects here? Pospisil, Silvergard, Niebeck is Swedish. Yeah. Romberg, Denmark. Okay, no real prospects. Any actually good players outside of Ilanen? Jesus, Spotify just glitched the fuck out. I don't think I've skipped over anybody, meaning very, very few options. Good to know. Left wing. UFA. Puistinen's back out there. Left wing. So Puistinen's out there as like a improved depth signing. It sounds Ulan. I mean, maybe. I've always heard Elon personally. To be honest, as long as you know who the hell I'm talking about, I don't really care. It's always been the attitude. It's the attitude of close enough. Which is obviously the right attitude today. Ooh, hello, Patrick Pistola. Yes, please. We are going to have to move some players off of our roster. There is also Jesse Nurmi, who Chicago didn't sign because they're fucking stupid. Awesome. Man, but things just keep looking up for us here. Do we have any already good wingers? Outside of Puistinen, the answer appears to be no. Asplund, Swedish. Definitely getting more names into the mix, though. Otto Koivula, what we had last year. Boris Kachuk, I forget where the hell you're from. You are Canadian. Okay. Where are we at now? 10 contracts? Yeah, people have to go. And then center-wise, Linus Karlsson, obviously going to be Swedish as a Karlsson. Prospect-wise, Aku Ratu. I mean, hey, we just traded for his younger brother. Now would be a great time. Now would be a great time to bring him in. There's Antti Sorella, who would also be good to bring. Jesus. There's a lot of half-decent options. The AHL team should be nuts again next year at this rate. Nikanen's available. I'm going to have to move quite a few veteran depth options. Shout out to Pablo Rabbit, by the way. Good old Pablo Rabbit. All right, and no already good centers from the looks of it. It wasn't Peter. If only, right? If only. Granlund's Swedish. As is Elias Anderson. All right, so we have 13 contracts sent out and apparently are already on 41. And I haven't sent UC Saros a deal yet. Who can I move on from? Goalie-wise, there's the veterans to try to cash out on now. To develop Markstrom and Annunen, what the hell's... Or Markkanen and Annunen, what the hell's the point? So Saros is the only one there. Defensively... is Yoki Haru or Salo as a veteran, but I already have to get rid of veterans, to be honest. So Mikkola and Vakanainen have to go. So Yoki Haru and Salo definitely won't have space. Anybody want these guys? Boys for sale. No? Okay. Let's try to send you out to Anaheim. How about 2 4th-rounders? How about a 4th-rounder? How about a 5th-rounder? How about a 6th-rounder? How about a 7th-rounder? How about you take my 7th rounder for your 7th rounder, but you take these 2 contracts? Thank you very much. Do what we have to do to free up roster spots, including a 7th round pick swap just to move on. Santeri Hatakka as well. I think I do want to try to hold on to him. I don't know why. He's a medium 7th. How many offers did I put out to defensemen? That is what I should double check. Okay, quite a few. Yeah, sorry to this former Sharks prospect in this reality, but yeah, he's on the outs. And then I mean, we have these veteran forwards. Who goes? All right, let's get rid of Petman. Get rid of him for sure. And honestly, these bottom 6ers that I picked up, just because they'll have some value. Winnipeg. Give me a 4th rounder. Winnipeg. Give me a 5th rounder. Winnipeg. Give me a 6th rounder next year. Winnipeg. Give me a 7th rounder. Thank Christ. All right. So we freed up a few more roster spots. I think I still need to free up even more, because it was 13 offers that were out. 2, 3, 4. Heponiemi at a 78. I hate to say it, but like Puljujärvi, Kiviranta, Yoel Armia, Heponiemi. This is the next crop to go, just to make sure I have enough roster spots for everybody that we're trying to sign. A lot of prospects. Toronto, can I get a 3rd rounder for it? Can I get a 4th rounder for it? We get rid of a lot of our veteran depth to bring in more prospects. 4th round pick from the Leafs. Now, did anybody have an offer out? And there are some other veterans I could sign if need be. One team is interested in UC Saros. It's Chicago. We must save our boy from that reality. 1-year deal worth $16.5 million just to get you on roster, UC. Let's see what you think. Let's see what you think. Obviously, we'll have some scouts. And we have that 1 contract offer out to Joe Pavelski to try to train him up. There is Pavelski, which is good. Excuse me. He'll be with Tampere this season. Jesse Nurmi signs. Karialto. Another scouts. Jesse Ilonen signs. Robbie Arventi. Antti Tuomisto. Nikkanen. Rosianen. Sorella. Kuokkanen. Aatu accepted that offer. His brother Aku signs as well. Puistola, Niemela. This is perfect. Perfect. Let's see. We got 1 outstanding offer left. So we actually did get rid of more people than we had to. But better safe than sorry. Especially cap whale wise. Because we got to wait to see what happens with UC Saros. He's here. He's here. Leaves us with $11 million in cap space. About 2 forwards we could sign if need be. But for the most part, that is the offseason done and dusted. He gave Saros $15 million. Sure did, for 1 year, to take up a shitload of cap space and to make sure he signs with the team. And Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen still has to sign. He doesn't appear to want to take the qualifying offer. So we'll have to sign him here. But this roster is going to be looking better. So let's bring in Luukkonen. 1 year deal for him. And then we'll fully set up this team. There we go. So the roster for the season. Jesus. We'll go with Saros, Huso, and Ranta. The defense. Oh my god. So Nozian and Kuokkanen can go down. Right side is Honka, Thompson, Haimasami. Otavainen can go down. Look at our goddamn defense for Season 4. Whew! How the hell did that happen? Wow. And then we got 4 guys who are NHL depth level. Wow. A couple of guys who are 24. We could call up if need be. Jesus. Right wing. Ilana went up to an 84 from an 82. Look at that right side. So Kapanen, Ilonen, Kamel, Tiksola. Koivunen could still be in the minors. Left side, Pettinen, Järventie, Tolvanen, Luotstarinen. Patrick Puistola is also ready to go. And in center, Aho, Ratu, Haltinen, Kapanen, Sorella, Simon Tyval. All NHL caliber. We're going to have to make some decisions here. But this can be our chance to recoup some draft picks. Okay. So right side's pretty straightforward. I'm good with this. To be honest, I might play Joakim Kamel on the top line just to see what the hell happens. Left wing side. Luostarinen is pretty much out unless he plays center. Based on Tolvanen being a little bit better and a year younger, I'm good with Tolvanen. Yeah, so right now, Luostarinen, unless he can play center, is out. And then at center, the top 3 are already set. Aho, Ratu, Haltinen. Unless we were to play Haltinen on the wing, but we're not going to. So it's either Kapanen. So yeah, Luostarinen's gone. Unless we wanted to move Oliver Kapanen, Simon Tyval, or Sorella. Honestly, Kapanen. Yeah, I think we got it. So some players are going to be on the outs, but we had some player development that was better than I thought it would be. So Pettinen, Aho, Kamel to try and get Kamel to develop that much more. Järventie gets to work with Ratu. And could be with Kapanen. Tolvanen, Haltinen, Elon. Look at this damn team. How did this happen so fast? Whew. Oh, I am loving the looks of this. What is the average age of these forwards? What is the average age? I'm going to do the math on this really quickly. We don't have a single player outside of... yeah, we actually don't even have a single player who's 30. Which is awesome. 23 and a half is the average age of this forward core. That's insanity. Now, the only issue is that Haimasami also should be in the top 4 roles. His development could take a hit. But he did work with Kivi last year on the top pairing. And now, all of a sudden, it's Heinola, Honka, Lindell, Thompson, Kiviharju, Haimasami. And then eventually, Kivi will be up on that second pairing, and we'll have to figure things out from there. I don't even know if we're going to keep the same coach. And then UC, so we might actually make the playoffs this year. So we got to double check the value of Luostarinen. Simon Tyval, because we won't be able to make the most of his development. And Sorella. Both of these teams should be competitive this year. That is crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy to me that we might be in a competitive spot. Now, we have 3 guys that we want to trade. We might also have a first-round pick that we want to trade. We already need to know the answer. Is there a top Finn out there? And if not, we might be able to push again for Patrick Laine. There is Rasmus Rinne, who I think is a medium elite. I think a bunch of these guys are. There's also Samu Kuparainen, Vesa Junila. So there are a handful, a little bit less, of first-round Finns this year. Our draft picks value is lower at the start of the year than it has been in the past, meaning it is expecting us to be a half-decent team. Laine's value looks to have gone up a little bit. Has he signed an extension? No, he has not. I think we make the push for Laine. I think we do it. Which means probably sacrificing Ilonen or Kapanen. The obvious choice would be Cappy because he's 29. Obviously fast as hell, good passing. His offensive awareness isn't great. But Ilonen, well-rounded enough. He's nothing special, really, attribute-wise. He is well-rounded enough, though, to be a good temporary third liner. And then hopefully, eventually, it's Laine, Kamel, Koivunen, and then whoever. I think we use Kasperi Kapanen with this first. And then I still have to get rid of Luostarinen, Simon Taival, and Sorella. Now, no surprise, it would be too much all at once. I could take on the Foligno contract and then just bury him for the year to make it easy. But let's not try to do all of this at once. Shit. All right. That actually doesn't help. Do they have another Finn on roster? No matter who the hell it is. Raquel is Swedish. Doesn't appear as though I'm going to... Aha! They do have another Finn. I forgot about this guy. Sweet. So we go back to our highest valued players. And we add in Luostarinen to offset him. I don't know how they feel about this trade to begin with because they don't want to trade Laine. Let's safety net it. Not the 2/4. So the reason why there could be pressure to trade this first round pick now is the value of it could sink throughout the year. It could also go up, though. But also, if they sign Laine to an extension, it might be more difficult to get him. But if they're bad, they are listed as sellers. We're listed as buyers. If they're bad, they might want to trade him at the deadline. Not like Kapanen in the first wouldn't still be there. So it's just a question of how much more. I think we're going to wait for Laine. I think we're going to wait. It's the right idea to move on. But right now isn't the right time. In terms of Kapanen. So Luostarinen, Simon Taival, and Sorella have to go.
I'm just trying to
maximize their values. Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know, and I'm afraid of that placement of the X. I'll thank you for the follow for the moment, but interesting tag. God, we need somewhere. Okay, now see, I'm even more concerned. I'm even more concerned. But also, it could be the sign of fun trolls for the night. We haven't had any trolls pop in. So I'm intrigued to see how this goes. At the very least, hey, we gained 2 follows for now. Tampa looks like the landing spot for these two. If they have the draft picks. And they do. A second rounder's probably too rich. They'd have too many skaters, you bastards. You should have a random Finn and Hatanen, but now I don't have a spot for him. Unless we were to swap Ilonen for Hatanen, which I don't hate, but I would still need another Finn to offset this. Rajaniemi, hello. Well, we might be getting ridiculous then. We might be getting ridiculous, and Ilonen might be out the door too. Nope, never mind. It would be fun. Well, he'd have to be out the door, but in a separate trade. So Luos, Arena, Simon Taval, and Sorella. But now Hatanen takes up way too much of that value back. And Rajaniemi just isn't enough. All right, take out Sorella. So Luos, Arena, and Simon Taval. For a second, a third, Rajaniemi to just get the frickin' trade done. Can I safety net it with another third? Take out that other third. I would still prefer that second rounder if I could get it. So second rounder, 2/4 and a fifth. What about 1/4 and a fifth? 1/4. Give me the fifth. How about just straight up Luot Storeen and Simon Taval for a second and Rajaniemi? There we go. All right, so we got a second round pick from Tampa for a group of players who we really needed to get rid of anyway. And then the Sorella also needs to go. Let's go to Vancouver. Can I get a third round pick for him? Probably not. And they'd have too many players. What about Vegas? Third round pick. It's too much. Give me a fourth next year, a fifth and a sixth this year. Too much. Take out the sixth. Take out the fifth. Not even getting a fourth for the guy. How about a fifth? Sweeten it just a touch. Just give me the sixth instead. All right, so Sorella's out. So we get rid of those guys that we had to get rid of. Ilonen and the picks for the guy in Tampa. I'd rather just keep Ilonen at that point. I can send down Rajaniemi. So again, we got our wingers for the moment. We're still hoping that we end up with Patrick Laine by the end of this season. That is still the game plan, and hopefully it works out. But let's take a look. Again, I might optimize things with coaches, but NHL lines are looking pretty damn good. I'm going to have to optimize power play and PK and stuff like that, but damn. Damn. And then defensively, still really, really like that. And the fact that Kiviharu at 19's made the NHL is insane. And then AHL-wise, I expect this team to also be ridiculous. I do need to call up Ranta again. Rather have him as the third goalie at the NHL level. Let Luukkonen and Lankinen play. So we know we're good to go on that front. So defensively, Yemel is a medium 6, Putio is a medium 6, Toimisto is a high 6. These two are both medium 6s as well. Left side is good. That is the AHL defense, and that is tremendous. We do have a shortage of forwards because Ville Ottavainen is playing. So we had Puistinen and Koivula that were free agents. Let me see if they're still there. Two-way left wings. Maybe check back January 1st. Oh, we'll be keeping an eye on Laine all season. All season, we'll be keeping an eye out. 100%. All right, let's see. Are our boys here? There's Koivula. Bring him in. Watch him get 15 mil from Columbus. You know, you say that jokingly. That could easily happen. Do we have one more Finn here? Which would be great. We don't, but that's okay. It's not totally required. I'm excited, man. Tampere made the conference final last season. NHL team honestly could make the playoffs. And again, you make the playoffs. You never know what the hell might happen. All right, let's get Rajniemi out of there for Ottavainen. I was hoping one of these guys would be a lefty, but they're not. Sweet. Shout out to a good AHL defense. And in this, we will again sort by potential. And we'll see where we go from there. I do want Nieminen in there. All right, so fourth line made up of our medium top nines or lower. And high nines on the next line. Nurmi is also a high nine, so is Koivunen and Ratu. So top line is Vesterainen, Inkinen, Lambert. So Brad Lambert's taking a little bit longer. Was he always a low elite? I thought he was a medium 6. And then for the high nines, we'll put Nurmi down a bit lower. He went up? I thought so. So Aku Ratu with Emil Järventie. So we have a couple of... Because if I'm not mistaken, Emil Järventie is Robbie Järventie's brother, and I know for a fact that obviously Aku Ratu is Atu's older brother. I'm pretty sure Emil Järventie. What is going on with elite prospects? Emil Järventie, Robbie Järventie's brother. We got some Finnish relatives on this club. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. You think IRL-wise, Lambert could be a huge steal for the Jets? I mean, yeah, it's what people were saying on draft day, as he was expected to go higher. And that AHL team is sweet. Maybe not as strong in some ways as last year, but defensively, they're definitely awesome. Both these teams are looking damn good. They really are. And again, maybe coaching staff changes a little bit here and there. But now that we know draft class-wise, there's 3 Finns, and we don't quite know how good they are, we could still look at using that first-round pick for Laine moving forward. So I'm feeling pretty good. And again, even if we're in the spot of even if we suck, it doesn't matter at all. Because it just means, if anything, it's better that we suck because we have a higher draft pick. But our grades for the season, 82, 79, 95. It's the best we've ever been. It is the best we have ever looked, which is tremendous. I mean, obviously, UC Saros helps with that a lot. You know, I didn't even look at Saros' trade value. We might have to trade UC Saros, everybody. You want to talk about a Patrick Laine trade? Fuck. Now, obviously, we'd have to retain 8.25 mil. But Saros might be the guy. I don't know if it's immediately. Columbus has about 5 million in cap space. Do we immediately trade Saros for Laine? Forget Laine. I don't think we could get a bigger fish than Laine for Saros. I mean, those bigger fish. You're talking. I mean, Hintz is a little bit more valuable than Laine. Heiskanen's not happening. You would be talking Barkov on the Panthers. That's not happening. You would be talking Capo Caco. Maybe. Could we land Capo Caco? The Rangers lost Shesterkin. They need a goalie. They have no fucking cap space at all, but they need a goalie.